Good morning, boys. I'm Pushkar Somani, your social studies teacher. Today we will start our past series, chapter 8, civilizing the native and educating the nation. As in this chapter, we'll learn about the education system in the time of the British rulers. In the earlier chapters, you have seen how British rule affected Rajas and Nawabs, peasants and tribals. In this chapter, we will try to understand what implication it had for the lives of students. The British in India wanted not only territorial conquest and control over the revenues, they also felt that they had a cultural mission. What changes were to be introduced? Our Indians to be educated, civilized, and made into what the British believed were good subjects. The British could find no simple answers to these questions. So we will start education through eyes of Britishers. Orientalist culture. In 1783, William Jones in Kolkata, he is appointed as a junior judge in Supreme Court. He knows the language like Greek, Latin, French, English, Persian. He started learning Sanskrit and he shared his interest with others also. Henry Thomas Colebrook and the Nathaniel had were discovering the ancient heritage, masking languages, translating Sanskrit and Persian. Jones, Colebrook and Halhed, they started journal called Asiatic Researches. They shared respect for culture of India and West. They explained that India attained glory in past, but it has declined aim to understand meaning and translate ancient texts, rediscover heritage and glory of past. Britishers became guardians of Indian culture and masters as well. Britishers should encourage Sanskrit and Persian, and only then can they win the heart of natives. But idea was opposed by many British officials. They have set up the madrasas in Calcutta in 1781 to promote the study of Arabic, Persian and Islamic law. They established Hindu College in Banaras in 1791 to encourage the study of the ancient Sanskrit text. You can see here the word linguist. Linguist means someone who knows and studies several languages. In the next slide, we will discuss about critics to Orientalists. Grave error in the East. James Mill was biggest critic at that time. Orientalist means those with the scholarly knowledge of the language and culture of Asia. James Mill was biggest critic at that time. East was full of errors, unscientific, non-serious and light-hearted. James Mill's aim of education to teach what is useful and practical. He wants to make Indians familiar with scientific advances rather than sacred literatures. Holmes by Winton Macaulay said India is an uncivilized country that needed to be civilized. Single shelf of a good European library was worth whole native literature of India and Arabia. Emphasized need to teach English. English Education Act of 1835 was introduced. English became medium of instructions for higher education, and this stopped Calcutta madrasas, Banaras Sanskrit colleges. These were considered as temples of darkness that were falling of themselves into decay. We talk about the education for commerce. In 1854, British Court of Directors of East India Company in London sent an educational dispatch to the Governor General in India, issued by Charles Wood, known as Wood Dispatch. Emphasized benefits of European learnings. Benefits were mainly economic, expand trade and commerce, improve moral character, trustworthiness and honesty, supply with civil servants who could be trusted. Education departments established to control education. Steps taken for system of university education. Universities in Madras, Bombay and Calcutta during 1857 revolt. Christian missionaries criticized practical education and focused on moral character of people. Till 1830, Britishers opposed Christian missionaries, fearing that it would invoke suspicion in pupil. Serampore mission by William Carey under Danish East India Company. Printing press established in 1800 and college in 1818. If we talk about the story of local schools, 1830, William Adam, Scottish missionary, toured Bengal and Bihar on progress of education in vernacular schools. Vernacular means a term generally used to refer to as local language schools. There were 1 lakh pathshalas, each with 20 students. Around 20 lakh students in Bengal and Bihar established by wealthy or local community. They are flexible with education, no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches or chairs, no blackboards, no system of separate classes, no roll call register, no annual examinations, and no regular timetable. Under banyan tree or at Guru's home, Guru's means teacher's home, rich people paid more than poor for fee. Teaching was oral. No classes during harvesting season, so even peasant's child can study. So this was the part 1 explanation of this chapter 8, Civilizing and Native Educating the Nation. I will deliver the next part in my next class. So till then, read the chapters for this presentation from page number 95 to 100. Okay boys, and then listen this presentation. Till then, take care and goodbye. See you in next class. Read the following chapter pages also, like 101 to 105. Okay, I will teach you, I will explain you the next pages, okay, in my next class. Okay, so take care again. Bye bye.